Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another one of our TCG Toolkit episodes. Thanks for joining today's video as we talk about eBay Bucks, everything you need to know about it, and how I was able to get a $473 certificate for the purchases that I made in the last 3 months of 2019. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I would like to take this time to welcome anyone who's new to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. It helps to support the video. And for all our viewers, if you're not already, make sure to be a subscriber, hit that notification bell. Also, feel free to follow us over on Instagram. And maybe, just maybe, like the video. For anyone who's curious, TCG Toolkit is a unique series where on my channel we discuss a variety of hot topics in the Pokemon trading card game community. And in this particular video, we'll be discussing eBay Bucks. So for anyone who's curious, eBay Bucks is a pretty simple reward system that eBay rolled out. It is really a brainless 1% cashback at all times on all purchases that you make on eBay. Now, it's a pretty simple concept, and sadly, it's not really that powerful because you're only ever going to get 1% back. Here's the other thing, is that eBay Bucks is a privilege, not necessarily a right. So if, for example, you're found to be in violation of some of eBay's policies, they can actually take away eBay Bucks that you've earned while violating some policies. The other thing to note is that it's not cash or legal tender. eBay Bucks is a coupon that you can use in discount of a future purchase. So how it works is in the quarter of the given year, you're going to spend a certain amount of money on eBay, and then they will take a percentage of that number and then give it back to you in the following quarter and give that to you to spend in the first month of the first quarter. So if what I said made no sense to you, here's a pretty simple example. I spent money in October, November, and December of 2019. That is the fourth quarter of 2019. And then all of the money that I spent was percentaged, and then I was given a coupon for the amount that I spent in eBay Bucks. Now, that eBay Bucks coupon is valid up until February 2nd of 2020. So I do have about a month to spend it, which means after the month, I lose or forfeit that particular coupon. So that is how eBay Bucks works. Now I will share with you my little secret on how I really make the most out of eBay Bucks. And hopefully for anyone who look this video up on how to understand eBay Bucks, know that this applies to basically everything. So while this particular community is focused on Pokemon cards, it is also geared towards basically any community, Yu-Gi-Oh, MTG, and even stuff outside of trading cards like other collectibles, video games, you name it, you can spend eBay Bucks on it. So that's the good news. So on screen right now is this really cool thing that occasionally happens. I noticed it happened quite a bit at the very end in December of 2019, but occasionally eBay will send out these really nice coupons which give you a special bonus amount of eBay Bucks. So in this particular instance, it was a 10% coupon. So anything you bought on eBay while that offer was valid, you earned 10% in eBay Bucks. So what does this basically mean? This means one of two things, and you can really take it one of two ways. But there are some rules in understanding how this works. So the first thing is, you must spend money to get eBay Bucks. So nothing is free. It's not like you're just going to be given 10% of some random number because you have the coupon active. For every $100 you spend, however, you will be given 10 bucks back at a later point in time. So that's the first thing to consider. The second thing to consider is that there are certain catches with how you should spend and earn your eBay Bucks. For example, in any singular transaction, eBay Bucks are limited to $100. Now, that's true when there is a special offer activated and when there isn't a special offer activated. So, if, for example, you were to spend $1,000, you would earn $10. If you were to spend $10,000, you would earn $100. But if you were to spend $15,000 on eBay, you would still only ever earn $100 in eBay Bucks on that given transaction. Now, when eBay Bucks has a special like the 10% off or the 10% back coupon, the math changes slightly. So now if you spend $1,000, you will get $100. However, if you spend $2,000, you'll still only get $100. So realistically, you want to ideally spend money in such a way that you can maximize your eBay bucks without having to spend a crazy amount of money. In theory, someone should only need to spend about $5,000 in a given quarter in order to get $500 in eBay bucks. And in case you're curious why I'm giving you that very specific number, it's because eBay bucks is also capped per coupon at $500. So if you were to spend $10,000, you wouldn't get some, $1,000 coupon in your inbox at the start of the next quarter. You would only actually get a $500 coupon. So this is also a tactic for how you not only maximize your eBay bucks, but how you don't end up spending absurd amounts of money if you don't have to in an attempt to earn all or maximize the best benefit that you can. So with that said, it's really simple math, right? On screen right now, you'll see a little summary of everything that I basically spent on in the past couple of months. As you can see, there is a lot of interesting and good stuff there, including but not limited to some auctions, some buy it now items, and you'll see that in the upper left hand corner it says last period the amount that I earned was $476.93. So it is true. No joking around here. And the other thing you can see is that on certain transactions, you'll see that I earned the standard 1%, and that's because there was no coupon active at the time. But you'll notice that I made a lot of transactions on 12/23/2019, and part of the reason for that was because there was actually a eBay Bucks coupon open and available at that time. So that's why I ended up spending as much as I did, was because it was active and it was something that I was willing to do at the time. So with that said, we've spoken about what eBay Bucks is. You've seen the power of how it can add up pretty quickly, and you now have a better understanding of how to maximize your purchases. One of the reasons that you want to maximize your purchases, because I didn't think I spent enough time on it, is because it's very, very important to understand. On eBay, you could spend a crazy amount of money. And just as an example, imagine buying something for $15,000 and you're only going to earn $100 in eBay bucks. However, if you bought 5 $1,000 Pokemon cards, you would earn $500 in eBay bucks. So as you can see, you can spend 3 times the money and only earn 1/5 of the eBay bucks. And on the flip side, if you strategize a little bit, you can actually get a pretty significant amount of money back in your pocket, or at least on eBay, in order for you to spend on other stuff. So it is really important that you strategize when this coupon is available to you. Doing so can really help get you some money back. And 10% is nothing to scoff at, especially when you can raise it up to about $500. For a collector, especially someone who's a little bit on the higher end, that can be a lot of money. Now, a couple things that you should know is that realistically, the more you spend, the more you'll get. So you really, like I just said, you do need to spend quite a bit of money in order to maximize your eBay Bucks coupon. But you should also consider that as maybe the high end of the spectrum. $100 in eBay coupons is just as good, and you only need to spend $1,000 in order to get that. Depending on whether or not you have a family, whether or not you buy stuff for your home, or whether or not you have a big purchase coming up, that can also be part of the reason why an eBay Bucks coupon can come in super, super clutch. So that's another thing to consider along the way. And that is the last rule that I kind of wanted to share with you guys, is make sure that you are setting your expectations right. Like I said, I was doing a lot of shopping on eBay, and I actually had some bigger items to purchase. So that's part of the reason why I was able to get this coupon. Don't expect to see this every single 3 months in your inbox. Instead, maybe you'll get $40, maybe you'll get $100. Again, it depends on what you're buying. But the more you spend on eBay, theoretically, the more you should be able to earn. In theory, you could get up to $2,000 in eBay bucks a year if you were to maximize the coupon every single time you got it. So, with all of that said, here are some quick ways and tips to spend in order to help maximize your eBay bucks as well. So the first thing is buy things you would anyway, but do it when the coupon is active. So as you saw previously, the coupon, it has a little activate now button, and then it's good for a period of time. So as you can see right now, the coupon is good for a block of time, typically a couple of days. So one of the tactics that I usually use is if I have to buy stuff for the house, or, ink for my printer, or really anything of that nature, one of the things that I will do is I will purposefully kind of put off buying them for a little bit, and I will purchase on eBay when eBay bucks is available to me. This helps because I can basically order 2 or 3 of them to hold me over until the next quarter, and in doing so, I also get the 10% coupon back. So although it's not Pokemon related, eBay has a huge technology section, has a huge clothing section. And believe it or not, eBay is not as gross as it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, for anyone who doesn't know, eBay was a lot of used items that were up for auction and typically sold a lot less than Amazon. eBay has, in many ways, stepped up its game so that it can be a competitor to places like Amazon and Target, especially online. So believe it or not, eBay has a lot of new stuff that comes in the box, and a lot of sellers who are on the Walmart and the Target marketplaces and the Amazon marketplace can also be found on eBay. So believe it or not, you can really kind of alternate between the two based on which reward system you want to capitalize on, and it can actually be a pretty good way of getting some pretty sick rewards, especially when it comes to buying something big like tires for your car, or a new gaming system, or I can imagine stuff for an aquarium would also be pretty expensive. So any of those types of purchases, something big like a TV or a camera, any or all of the things that I've listed can be great ways to get 10% back, and that can help put some extra money back in your pocket. The next thing is buy big things when there is a sale. So one of the things that I like to do, and you'll see on screen right now, these are items that I formerly had in my watch list. And the first one is the Burning Shadows case of 6 booster boxes. So I would normally go ahead and try to scoop this up on the average. As you can see, I have it favorited in the screenshot, and normally I would buy it now. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and watch it, and then I will go ahead and basically wait until eBay Bucks does the 10% back coupon. At that point, I will then go ahead and purchase this case of booster boxes. And what this does is it forces me to wait a little bit, which helps me save up in order to afford the purchase. But also when I do purchase it, I get 10% back. And as you can see, that's a pretty large purchase coming in at $624. So I will get $62.95 in eBay bucks when I purchase it. So that's pretty good. It's one of those things where I can help myself by forcing myself to save and be a little bit more disciplined. Those types of items typically get stocked and then don't go anywhere. So this tactic works especially well when, there's things that are just kind of sitting on eBay, not really moving. But if you're trying to competitively look for an auction, or maybe if it's the last of its kind or a super rare item, I might hesitate a little bit on using this tactic, just as a fair disclaimer. And the final thing is take advantage of offers, auctions, and seller deals. So a lot of people have said, and I've coordinated with enough people to realize that eBay basically sends out these offers to everybody at the same time. So you can also take advantage of that, and you can reach out to sellers and say, hey, I see you have these 5 things up for sale. And if you knock $10 off on each of them and make me a combined offer, I will purchase all of them. So in this way, you're going to make a big sale, which I'm sure the seller would be happy about. And then you'll also have the ability to go ahead and maximize your eBay bucks. Believe it or not, communicating with sellers about making an offer is not actually a violation of eBay policies. So it's totally fine to reach out to someone and say, hey, you have these two items. Can I make you an offer for the both of them? It's totally fine to do that. And there is a mechanism through which on eBay, sellers can make you an offer that contains one or more of their listed items. So for what it's worth, there is that ability there as well. It is built in. You are totally in the right to use it, and you should. And as you can see, I'm just showing my details from this past quarter. A lot of the sales on 12/23 were actually auctions ending for PWCC, which is a huge auction house on eBay. It so happened that they had a whole bunch of stuff ending as eBay Bucks was going on with the 10% off coupon. So I was actually able to, very fortunately, combine the two, and actually I was encouraged to spend a little bit more money. Obviously eBay does this as a tactic. It's one of the things that they do, is especially during the holidays, they put these coupons out because they know people will spend more, and then people might forget about their coupon, especially if they're not used to redeeming them. So, you know, be careful of something like that, but use the right way. You can definitely encourage your spending habits a little bit. You can buy tons of Christmas and holiday presents, and then you can also reap the benefit of 10% back at the end of a couple of weeks. So with that said, friends, that is my little story about eBay Bucks. Super simple, 1% cash back all the time. But combined with the right buying habits, the right saving habits, and perhaps just a little bit of luck when it comes to auctions and offers, you can actually chain it together and get a pretty sick set of items lined up. And if you're lucky, you can really maximize and get up to and including $500 in eBay Bucks to spend. Like I said, I recently got mine, so I am currently going on a tear on eBay. Strangely enough, when it's my money, it's very easy to spend, but when it's eBay's money, it's incredibly difficult to find things to buy. I don't know if that's a thing. Illuminati confirmed maybe. But here's what I do know. I will be finishing my eBay Bucks pretty soon. Of the 473, I think I have like $170 left. So I will be trying to spend it all on Pokemon related products. Then I will have probably one collection update video where I basically say, hey, what up guys? This is everything I bought. I know for a fact I have at least one sealed product, a Hidden Fates box. So at minimum, we'll open up that, and then everything else will probably get graded. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining today's video. Just wanted to leave you guys with what ended up being probably a 20-minute video on eBay Bucks. But hopefully this video has helped you understand a little bit more about eBay Bucks, and hopefully given you some tips and tricks on how to use eBay Bucks to your advantage. You can spend money and then get a little bit of that money back to spend again, which is pretty cool. The 10% off can be a really powerful tool, and in the world of collecting, it can be very helpful for just, you know, bringing back some of your money and also taking off the costs of some of the items that you bought. So whichever way you look at it, you can only look at it one of the two ways, but either way you look at it, it's a pretty good mechanism. Thanks again for joining today's video. If you like what you heard, consider subscribing. Feel free to throw a like down at the video. I promise it's free. And also follow us over on Instagram for more cool Pokemon content on a weekly basis. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you real soon. Peace.